Okay then, Raiders, we are back. We've got loads to go over today because it is Tuesday. Therefore, we've received a brand new December update, which, although small, is massively impactful. We've also got a rotation inside of the store, which is absolutely huge, and a freebie gift that you guys have received from Embark Studios just for playing the game. God damn, I like these guys. Nonetheless, we're going to break into all of the information that you guys need to know today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. And we've now got our new Gamerade, which is a creatine and hydration blend. The link's in the description. Use code ClownPlays at checkout. It's a no-brainer. And if you want some free Raider tokens, now is the time to get involved. Let's get you some skins, my dudes. Head down to the comment section and put in any coloured love heart and it'll enter you in. We'll be announcing that one in a few days' time, so stay tuned. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now inside of Arc Raiders. So before we get into the patch updates, we're going to take a look at the in-screen in-game right now, as we have managed to receive an email for 10 million Raiders, which is wild actually, because I'm pretty sure that they were celebrating 12 million. Nonetheless, this is the 10 million Raiders axe that you guys can get your hands on. You simply go into your emails and claim away, and once you've claimed it, head over to your Raider and you'll be able to find at the bottom that you have now got the brand new gilded pickaxe, and this thing looks absolutely naughty. A beautiful gold pickaxe that you guys can now run around Speranza with, and let's go topside and start hacking some things open. Moving on from that, we've now also got a store rotation that has now been active. We can see right here that we have got the Abyss set, and a lot of you guys have been waiting for this one. This was the one that was in the main trailer that a lot of you guys wanted. It looks damn juicy, man. This right here is the Abyss set for a full 1,600 for the total bundle, or we can just go ahead and utilize 1,300 just for the skin itself. The colorways that we have here are the blue and the yellow and the blue, and then the white with the green as well. This is absolutely awesome, and for me personally, an amazing looking set, one of which I will definitely be getting hold of. The things that you can take off and on of the account though are the canister on the front hip. You can also take off the flippers, which reside on the back. As you can see right here, they flap around a lot, so I probably would take those off, because that is going to get you caught for sure. We can also take off the helmet completely, and we can lift the visor up as well, and the life vest can also come off. I think that I'll be running it with the life vest off, to be fair. Not too sure why it's even on there, but yes, you guys can grab hold of that one very, very easily. As well as that, we have also got the Kraken tattoo. This looks amazing. I don't even know why it looks so damn good, but it just looks really cool to me personally. We also have the depth gauge. That is the backpack charm. Tiny little piece at the bottom, which looks really smart. And we've got the diving bell emote. Wild, absolutely wild, but yep, that is a absolute thing right there. We did just technically do a slut drop. Anywho, moving on from that, we have also got the divers set, the backpack set that you guys can see here for the bundling of 700 Raider tokens, or just for the backpack is at a 500. We can see right here we've just got the gas canisters. It's actually really simplistic. If you want to run a minimalistic set, this may well actually be it. We've also got the flipper backpack attachment with the full skin. That's a lot of flippers just dangling around the backpack, which is wild. And then the broken diving goggles that you guys can see right here. They look very, very cool indeed. For the store rotation, though, it's actually not that bad, and something that you guys can go ahead and get your hands on. Some very cheap amounts for exactly what it is that you guys were wanting. This was always going to be more. For the record, the Abyss set has been wanted by everyone. So go ahead, dive on in, and go and grab your ones now. Moving on from that though, we received a brand new December update patch. Now, it's got a few pieces in it. It's not anything too in-depth, and realistically, there is only 4 total fixes. I was expecting a lot more. Maybe that's just me, but the fixes that they have put into play are relevant to a degree. We're going to take a look at the article right now. It states right here, "Hey Raiders, update 1.11.0 is rolling out on all platforms, and it brings the highly anticipated Abyss cosmetic set, along with some fixes and balancing changing to the Triggernade and Kettle. Restart your client now to download." Now, oddly enough, there is no Stitcher announcement in that, which I was really, really expecting after their most recent announcement inside the Discords with regards to it. But it goes on to state right here that we're also celebrating a huge milestone, 12 million Arc Raiders copies sold. We prepared a gift for reaching 10 million players, but you blew right past it over the holidays. We're not complaining. Everyone has logged in since launch until January 13th. 11:59 through till January 13th at 2:59 p.m. PST or 5:59 p.m. EST. You can pick up the golden pickaxe, so go ahead and enjoy that. But the changes that they actually made to the game are right here. The kettle. Now, they've got a dev note here as they have actually reduced the fire rate from 600 to 450. Now, at first glance, that looks absolutely terrible, and it looks like they've really nerfed it heavily, but it states that the previous fire rate was only realistically reachable by players using Macross, which creates an unfair dynamic that favors using a third-party software, essentially saying that they have nerfed it down to what is essentially available to do with your actual hands. You would have only been able to hit the 600 rate with a Macross, so if they've taken it down to a normal firing rate, you shouldn't really feel too much of a difference, but we're going to be testing that out today. As well as that, they've also nerfed the Triggernade. Now, what they've actually done to it is that they've delayed the time between triggering the grenade and detonating it. It's been increased from 0.7 seconds to 1.5, so that's double the amount of time it's going to take you to actually be able to blow this thing up. Now, the reason for it is it states right here that the Triggernade currently dominates PvP encounters, and players favor picking it over all of our other grenades. This nerf aims to make it less usable as a trigger-in-air grenade, whilst keeping it useful as a sticky bomb. The damage fall-off has been rebalanced to concentrate the damage closer to the center of explosion and deal less damage further away. The delay between triggering the grenade and it detonating has been increased by 0.7 to 1.5 seconds, and giving players more time to react and making it harder to time the detonation in the air. So essentially, they've put a delay there, and they've also made the explosion like a lot bigger in the middle and less damage output further out. So you can't just like use the AoE damage of it while it's in the air to deal that damage. You'd actually have to walk past it per se. They've also then fixed a keycard exploit that allows players to keep room keys after using them. I didn't even know that was a thing, but apparently it is. Now they've actually fixed that, so I'm actually really glad. And then finally, the lighting has been lowered in some areas on Stella Montis Night Raid, making flashlights and listening more relevant. So instead of actually bringing in a more night version of the night raids, making it darker, they've essentially made it so that you guys can now go ahead into the game and use your night up. This is what people were wanting as a different mode. They've now just made it the night raid in Stella Montis to test it out, I'm presuming. So you guys should now be happy. It's going to be pitch black in there. I don't know if I want to go in. I'm definitely scared of the dark. Nonetheless, so I expected a little bit more from this, and I was really hoping that they were actually going to issue some bigger changes, some actual problems inside of Stella Montis, like the zipline glitch. I was really wanting that to be fixed. Unfortunately, it wasn't. I was really wanting some of the more bigger, renowned problems inside of the game to be rectified. Unfortunately, none of that actually was. 4 changes. I was expecting a few more. Let me know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. And talking about the comment section below, we've got to go over your top comments, as you guys had a lot to say in our previous video where we went over the new trials and then the devs are finally taking charge of cheaters. So if you want to check that out, check over on the channel. We upload daily. This first one coming from Convert Sin states, once this game is polished a bit more with what needs to be fixed, it's going to be damn near unstoppable. I haven't been hooked on a game like this in a long time, and that actually stands for me as well. The last time I fell in love with a game like this was around 2 years ago with Helldivers 2, and we all know how that story went. So hopefully these guys across the road from them, actually, over in Sweden, are making better decisions, and hopefully they can polish this up to be perfect. Moving into the next comment right here from It's Ice Cold states, I would like to be able to rearrange the workbench order. That would be an amazing quality of life change. Now, I never actually thought about that, but it actually would be, yeah, because some of them I don't generally use, and some of them I use more than others, and it would be quite nice to move those around. But overall, a very minor change, but a nice QOL. And finally, this states right here, I would like to see the floating rocks all over Spaceport fixed. Now, yes, that is very, very odd. I have seen a few placements now where if you run into certain areas, the rocks are just floating where it's meant to be ground underneath it, and there's just not. So you are just like merging through rocks. It takes the immersion out. It takes the good feeling out of being in a map, and it, for me, is something that should have been fixed throughout this. Hopefully, they've managed to get some more fixes inside of this patch update, and they just probably haven't written it down. I don't know, but I'm not 100% confident. Let me know what you guys think to all of the things in this video today, and the top comments on this channel's video will feature tomorrow. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.